The girl in front is an employee at my company. I don't want her to leave, so I'm going to confess my feelings to her today.
Boss, I've brought the bag you asked for. Oh.
Thank you.
Boss, there's something else I want to tell you.
What is it?
Well, didn't I tell you about it a while ago? I'm planning to resign today, pack my things, and head back home.
Why such a hurry?
Well, my hometown is in Xi'an, about 700 or 800 kilometers away, so I need to plan ahead and get back early. Is there any way you can stay? Stay? Didn't I already tell you? I'm going back for an arranged marriage. I've been in this city for so many years now, and I haven't really accomplished anything. My life has just been so plain.
Isn't it good to live a simple and peaceful life? Is it because of me, or our company? Have I been paying you too little?
No, it's not the company's fault. You pay me $8,000 a month, and I'm already very satisfied. It's not about the salary, and you don't need to give me a raise. I really have to go this time.
No, if you need more, I'll pay you $18,000 a month. How about that?
No, it's really not about the money. Please, take it back. It's not about the money. Let me explain. I'm getting older now. I'm 30 this year, and I've been in this city for 3 or 4 years. And, well, I still haven't found anyone. My family keeps calling to urge me to hurry up, find someone, go home to meet suitors, and settle down to live out my life. So, I have to hurry now. Otherwise, it'll be even harder to find someone when I'm older. That's why I have to go back to meet suitors, boss. If you're in a hurry to get married, you could just find someone here in the city. People in the city are so accomplished. I'm just from the countryside. Who in the city would even want me?
You're so pretty, your situation is good, and you're well educated. Why wouldn't anyone want you?
I'm just a small town girl who grew up in the countryside. I mean, my education isn't high. I only finished high school. Who would even look at me? So I'll just head back to the countryside and find someone who's a match for me. They said they introduced me to a delivery guy who makes $8,000 or $9,000 a month. I feel like he's a good match, so I'm planning to go back for a blind date and get married.
You're just going to marry someone who only makes $8,000 or $9,000 a month? Well, that's okay. When I go back, I'll find a job making $3,000 or $4,000, and with his $8,000 or $9,000, we'll have over $10,000, which is plenty for the both of us. You've worked in the city for so many years, you definitely won't be able to adapt to life back home in such a short time. Besides, you're an office clerk, and he's a delivery driver. You two aren't compatible at all. Most people you'll find in the countryside are either delivery drivers, factory workers, or couriers. The point is, they lack exposure and don't really understand much. It doesn't matter, every pot has its lid. I think it's quite good, and I'm grateful for the introduction. I'm heading back for the date, boss. No more talk. I need to pack my things. Don't go just yet.
What's wrong, boss? Is there anything I haven't finished for you? I've already handed everything over.
You just said every pot has its lid. Do you think this pot of mine is a match for your lid?
What do you mean, boss? I mean, you should stay, and we could go on a date. Are you confessing your feelings to me?
You could say that.
Boss, are you joking? You're a big company owner running such a huge construction site. You're over 1.8 meters tall, handsome, wealthy, and in great shape. And me? I'm just a girl who grew up in the countryside. I've only worked in the city for a few years. I'm not even a city local. What could you possibly see in me? I really don't think I have any good qualities.
Don't say that, you're full of them. First, you're tall, over 1.7 meters. With my height, our future kids will have great genes and be good looking. Second, you are incredibly filial. Every month you earn money, you send $6,000 home. It breaks my heart knowing you only keep $2,000 for living expenses. That's not enough for a big city. You know, you're not just gentle and kind, you're also so considerate. Unlike the other girls at the construction site who are always complaining about being tired, you've never once grumbled or whined. I honestly think you're an incredible person. And look, you've been with this company longer than anyone else. I've never given you a raise, so this time, I really want you to stay. Don't leave. I'll give you a pay raise right now.
Boss, the reason I send 6,000 yuan home every month is that my grandparents need medicine year-round. I have to send that money back. Do you understand? Kindness is the root of virtue. The grace of those who raise us is greater than the heavens. Life given but not nurtured can be repaid. Life nurtured but not given can be repaid. but life both given and nurtured is the hardest to repay. Even though my grandparents didn't give birth to me, they raised me since I was small, so I have to provide for them in their old age, right? As for the dirty and tiring work at the site, there are so many people here, and everyone has their own job. If someone doesn't do those tasks, someone else has to. It's only natural for me to do it. It's all part of my duties. Please don't talk like that, boss. I really don't think I'm good enough for you. Yeah, I just don't think we're a match. I'm not worthy. Do you really think I'm good enough for you?
If I thought you weren't good enough for me, would I be here today trying to force you to stay instead of letting you go home to go on blind dates?
Boss, my grandparents need money for medicine, and my parents aren't in good health either, just working on the farm. If I don't go back to the village, even if I brought them to the city, there'd be nowhere for them to live, right?
That's no problem at all. If you don't have a place to stay, you can just move in with me. I have several villas. You can pick any one you like. Plus, there's plenty of room for your grandparents and parents too. And another thing, Shalwa, if you marry someone in the village and just hang out with those narrow-minded people, you won't get anywhere either. You only earn 8,000 yuan a month, and you send 6,000 back home. That's barely even enough to cover the medical bills. If you are with me, you can jump up to a higher social class immediately and just enjoy the rest of your life without having to worry about a thing. The point is, if you marry a delivery driver or a courier, you'll only end up living a life of hardship. It's exhausting. You've been out in the world for so many years. Don't you understand this by now? Did you waste your education?
I know, boss. To be honest, I'm not really well educated. I'd like to imagine what you're saying. I'm actually a bit tempted. Truth is, I'm just from a tiny village. Getting from the village to the city, and then to this metropolis, wasn't easy at all. This kind of leap in social status is something I wouldn't even dare to imagine. Honestly, I do want our future children to have a better education and my parents and grandparents to have a better life, but that should come from my own hard work, not just me accepting what you give me without a second thought. You're the boss, but you're not a fool, right? How could I just accept your kindness for no reason? I think we should let it go. You think I'm pretty now, which is why you like me, but who's to say there won't be someone prettier later on, right? I really don't think we're a good match. I tend to overthink things, I guess. Shalwa, listen to me. As a business manager, I can see exactly who a person is at a single glance. Besides, I'm not just looking for a pretty face. Even though you're beautiful now, the key is that you have a kind heart. If you were just a pretty face, what use would a vase be to me? Because you've helped me so much with my work over the years, as a manager, I can see all your strengths and weaknesses clearly. To me, you are basically perfect, absolutely flawless. So, I'm not after your looks. I'm drawn to your character, including how you manage things, how you care for others, and your thoughtfulness. I don't care for a pretty exterior. I value a beautiful soul. So, don't refuse me today. Just accept this Bentley. I don't want it. Boss, thank you so much for your kindness, but please take it back. I still think we aren't a match. Look, you're a big company boss, and I'm just a small worker on your construction site, usually just driving for you, handling documents, and doing odd jobs. You could just find any college graduate, right? If you offered a lower salary, people would still be willing to do it. Who couldn't take over my job? Why do you have to insist on keeping me by your side? The key is that we've already been through 6 years of working together. Most of my success is thanks to your hard work, and in these 6 years, we've gotten along so well, never once arguing or losing our tempers. And look, since you've brought up going back home for a blind date today, I really want to ask you to stay. You know your boss isn't a playboy, and we're about the same age. If I were that kind of person, I could have many girls around me, or I would have been married long ago. I truly mean it when I say you're the only one in my heart, so I'm really reluctant to let you resign today. I'd rather spend a fortune to buy you a luxury car to keep you here than see you go back to your hometown. Boss, thank you so much for your kindness. Look, to be honest, what you said today has made me a bit hesitant. I was originally planning to go back because my parents have called me so many times, and they are really pushing me to go on blind dates. Well, since it's come to this, let's give each other a chance today. If we ask younger friends or relatives about marriage, they'll surely stir up trouble and spread gossip, saying I'm not good enough for you. Why don't we ask the older generation today? Let's ask the uncles and aunties who are older and have more life experience. Uncles and aunties, my boss and I have known each other for a long time. Back when I first came to work at his site after graduating from college, no one else wanted to hire me. It was this boss who hired me right away, so I've always been very grateful to him. Now that I'm here to resign today, he actually confessed his feelings to me, and I'm really shocked. Actually, I've liked him for a while too, but for the sake of appearances, as a girl, I was too shy to pursue my boss. So, we've never been able to take that step. Today, I want to ask, can you give me some feedback? Do you think I'm good enough for my boss? Do you think it's suitable for my boss and me to be together? If you think we're a good match, please show your support here, especially by clicking that red plus sign below our profile picture. If you all wish for us to be together, please support us here. I'll try giving my boss a chance today, and give us both a chance. My boss is exceptionally filial and holds strong values. Over the years, I've seen him working hard on construction sites, sometimes staying the night there when it gets too late. It's really hard work, and I feel so bad for him. Actually, I really want to take care of him for the rest of his life. Could you give us some advice on how I can look after him forever? Please give us a like here. If you don't, then forget it. I still feel like I'm not good enough for my boss, and people will just gossip about us. Boss, how about this? You have to trust the judgment of our aunts and uncles here. They've been through so much over the years, what haven't they seen? They have a long-term perspective. With a girl as wonderful as you, they'll definitely recommend you stay by my side. Plus, they've seen it all. Once they see our relationship, they'll surely give us a like and hit that follow button to show their support. It's better to tear down 10 temples than ruin one marriage. Surely the aunts and uncles understand that principle, right? A thread of fate binds people 1,000 miles apart. I think when love comes, it's destiny.
Yeah.
When destiny arrives, I feel like you just can't resist it, right?
That's right, when destiny comes, you simply can't resist it. That's why I really don't want you to leave today. Here, just listen to me and take this. Later, once the aunts and uncles agree, you'll see. Oh, I forgot to buy you a bracelet.
I'll buy you a big gold bracelet later, boss. I'll keep this for you for now. I'll hold on to it for you. I won't turn down your kindness. Anyway, the car is right up there. Let's go and test drive it. Boss, your money is just sitting there. Shouldn't we rush to the bank to deposit it? It might get lost.
Watch closely, take this.
Let me put it away for you, and I'll put these car keys in the safe too.
Aren't you going to test drive it for a bit?
I won't test drive it. I'm a bit afraid to.
Alright, let's go back then. I'll take you for a test drive. Sure, boss. Let me go put this in the safe first.
You are truly beautiful.